Welcome to Parallel Universe. What's happening to Blake Shelton right now is becoming harder for fans to ignore, and even harder to watch without concern. The man who once defined modern country music, who lit up The Voice with his humor, confidence, and larger-than-life personality, now seems like a quieter, more distant version of himself. It's not one dramatic moment that changed everything, it's the slow disappearance of the energy that once made him feel untouchable. For years, Blake Shelton wasn't just a country star, he was a constant presence in American entertainment. Loud, funny, always smiling, always joking. But recently, that version of him feels like it's fading in real time. His decision to step back from The Voice, the show that made him a household name beyond music, left fans shocked. On the surface, it was framed as a lifestyle choice, a desire for peace and family. But behind that explanation, fans can't help but sense something deeper, something heavier. Because peace doesn't usually look this withdrawn. Reports and speculation around his personal life have only intensified concern. His marriage with Gwen Stefani, once celebrated as a rare Hollywood success story, has quietly become the subject of distance and silence. Separate schedules, long periods apart between Oklahoma and Los Angeles, and a noticeable absence from public appearances together have all fueled questions no one is directly answering. There are no official confirmations of trouble, but the silence itself feels louder than words. At the same time, Blake has increasingly retreated into his Oklahoma ranch life, a place he once described as home, but now feels more like isolation. He still makes music, still appears occasionally, but something about his presence has changed. The humor feels more forced. The smiles feel shorter. Even in interviews, there's a noticeable weight behind his words, as if every answer is carefully measured to avoid revealing too much. Fans are beginning to notice a pattern: less visibility, fewer public moments, and a growing emotional distance from the spotlight that once seemed effortless for him. It doesn't feel like retirement, it feels like withdrawal. And that's what makes it so difficult to watch. Because this isn't the story of a sudden downfall. It's something quieter, slower, and arguably more painful, the gradual fading of a personality that once felt unbreakable. The man who once turned heartbreak, humor, and small-town stories into stadium anthems now seems like someone carrying those same stories privately, away from the world that once celebrated him. Some see this as maturity. A man stepping away from noise to protect his peace. But others see something more fragile, a sense that fame, pressure, and years of emotional weight have finally pushed him into silence rather than celebration. And maybe that's the most tragic part. There's no single collapse, no headline-breaking scandal, no final moment. Just distance. Just change. Just a version of Blake Shelton that feels harder to recognize with each passing year. Whether this is healing or quiet breaking, one thing is clear: fans aren't just watching a career slow down, they're watching a man slowly disappear from the version of himself the world once knew.